should Mike Norvell, and I've got a take on this. I think he should make pretty big wholesale changes. We talked about that in another segment. But no matter what, do you think he should make some changes now to just kind of send a message, to kind of just say like, hey, this is unacceptable. Like the way that we're performing is unacceptable. Should he do that now? Or is it all just wait till the end of the season? I have a thought on this, but I want to hear what you have to say. Like, I'm not saying he fires everybody. I'm not saying he replaces like 8 members of the staff tomorrow. But what do you think about making some changes now, this early in the year?
In terms of coaching staff?
Yes.
I think Randy Shannon has to go. I think that is one. Your recruiting has not been good there. The play, it was solid last year. I thought Kalen DeLoach and Tatum Bethune were fine, but that wasn't, that those guys weren't developed by Randy Shannon. And I think he's just dead weight on the staff at this point. I think Chris Thompson, if we're going to go to the other side of the ball on offense, in a tight end coach, really, you don't hire a tight end coach to coach tight ends. You hire them to be an elite recruiter. And he clearly is not. Those two, I think, have to go. I don't know if you do that right now, though. I think it does send a message to recruits if you let one or both of them go, saying, hey, guys, we know things are not going the way they need to go right now, but they're gone. We're bringing somebody else in. And if you come and play for us, we're going to have somebody much better for you. I think those are the two immediate positions I look at and say, this is not okay. This just cannot happen. And we're seeing it happen. Again, I think a lot of these changes, when you talk to coaching personnel, they're going to be after the season. But I do think those two specifically, I will be disappointed if either one of them are back at Florida State next year.
Yeah, I think there's probably more that you could mention, like more names. Yeah. I think there would be some advantage to getting rid of it. And I don't even know if it's from a recruiting standpoint, but I think like a fan base buy-in. Like I think what you're doing right now is you're losing on the field and you're losing with recruits, right? Because certain members of the staff are just not very good recruiters, and that's not me breaking any news. And then I think you're losing the fan base. I think you're losing your boosters and your donors, and
the dollar.
People are canceling the Battles In, and I'm certainly not encouraging that. I have not done that. Like I'm not telling people to do. People are doing that. People are canceling their booster membership. They're not going to games. Like watch what the crowd's going to look like. I'm sure Clemson will be fine, but look what the crowd is going to look like in some of these games. I worry about and I wonder about what buy-in you really have from your fan base. And if you made a change right now, if a change, and I don't think you should make a change just for the sake of making a change. Like, let me say that. Like, your team stinks, so you just fire somebody. But if there's a change that you know needs to be made, like Randy is probably one that you could say like that needs to be somewhere we upgrade the staff. Does it buy, as mad as people are right now, like, does it buy him a little favor with the fan base? Like, does the fan base look at it and say like, okay, well, look, he is willing to do the hard things. He's willing to do the things that in past years he wasn't willing to do. He is willing to go out and try and upgrade this staff and make this staff better. And do you give somebody like a Sims, kind of an on-the-job training application? I think if you do that, the fan base immediately like appreciates you doing it and says like, yeah, he's not fooling around. He's willing to make changes. Is there a chance that you fire Randy Shannon this weekend? Is there a chance that the linebacker play gets better for the rest of the year? Like no, slight.
Well, I think that is the easiest move that Mike Norvell could make because there's no way you can bring Randy Shannon back next year. So you have a guy like Ernie Sims ready on a off the field role that you could immediately elevate. And it's almost a, on the job interview where he has 9 games to try and show his worth to say, hey, not only am I an alum here, not only was I All-American at Florida State, I can also coach and develop these linebackers. It's just an amazing opportunity. I don't think Mike Norvell does it. I wish he would. But I think that is the easiest move to make right now if you're looking to make changes. And if you're 0-3, Mike Norvell said after the game, every single thing about this program is up to be evaluated. Okay, words are great, but I hate to take a phrase from Jimbo, but he always used to say, "Your actions are speaking so loud, I can't hear what you're saying." Right? Your actions matter, and I think if Norvell, again, there's no way that I could comprehend bringing back Randy Shannon next year, um, and if Norvell is at that same thought process, why not get rid of him now when you have a guy like Ernie Sims, who was very successful at UCF, who you brought over, who he took basically a demotion to come here, with the expectation that eventually he would have the opportunity to become an on-field coach. I think that is the one move I would love to see made, and that's not going to fix everything. That's not going to mean you're going to go 8-4. Probably won't go in 7-5. Let's just hope to get to a bowl game. But that's a move you can make that will make a lot of fans happy. And to your point, TJ, the one thing that Jimbo did that upset so many loyal Florida State boosters and donors was he refused to get rid of guys like Rick Trickett, our former offensive line coach. He was too loyal to his coaches, and that was ultimately his downfall. Mike Norvell cannot fall into that same trap, and I'm hoping he does not.
We'll get right back to chatting with Richie, but if you work in online marketing or web development, you need a web host that you and your clients can depend on. Rapid SEO Host is the top choice for professionals that are serious about results. They have over 15 years of experience. The Rapid SEO Host team delivers lightning fast load times, marketing expertise, and personalized services to help you outpace the competition. As SEO specialists, like again, it's in the name, they know how to boost your Google rankings and get your clients' websites in front of more people. Plus, when you join Rapid SEO Host's affiliate program, you get paid to host your sites with no expiration date. They offer maintenance and marketing packages, giving you access to experts who can take your business to the next level. Make Rapid SEO Host your partner today and sign up now. There's a link in the description. Go check them out. Yeah, let me, I will say this, not to go doom and gloom on this. I think that if Norvell could do better than Ernie, and I love Ernie, and I know you guys will love him from a player, like he was not retained at UCF. Like he didn't choose to leave for like a demotion. Like he was, his contract ran out and Malzahn didn't sign him back. So he didn't really get fired, but he was certainly like not retained. So I will say that. And I don't think that's, if you can't cut a UCF, I'm not quite sure that I believe that Ernie is the right guy for the linebacker coach job here either. I do think Ernie would be an upgrade. But again, whether it's Randy or Adam or Ron or Chris or whoever, right? Like a lot of this staff is underperforming. Let's be very clear with it.
Yes.
I don't really care who it is. I just think that there's a lot of heat on Norvell right now, and he would be wise to gain back a little favor with the fan base by making some tough decisions now. I don't think here's a tough one, and maybe we'll move on after this one. I don't think we look competent as a defense, just in general. I don't have a lot of confidence in our defensive coordinator. I'd love to be proven wrong on that. I'd love for Adam Fuller to just absolutely turn things around. But is there somebody in that room that could coordinate a defense better? I don't know. Maybe not. And maybe if there's nobody that can do a better job, you're not going to get rid of somebody. But yeah, I don't think. Didn't Tennessee fire Lane Kiffin in September? It is not common, but you can absolutely make staff changes before you get to even midway. And I don't know if it's necessary to do so or not, but I think it's an interesting conversation. Should Norvell make some tough decisions now to start to, get an early jump on the coaching search? Get an early jump on starting to, this year, we know this year is over. Get it a good start on 2025, right? Start to see who in those offices can help you in 2025 and be that coach. I don't know. I think do I think that Norvell fires a coach or two and we turn around and win 9 games? No, absolutely not. That's not my point. Do I think that there's some coaches on the staff that are not pulling their weight and should not have jobs at this university anymore? Unfortunately, yes. And I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm not saying that we're not attacking their character, but should they probably not be employed by Florida State University? I don't think so, right? And if something is to be done eventually, it should probably just be done immediately. That's probably the big takeaway. Now, you can't fire 7 staff members and go into the next few weeks without anybody, but Yeah, I think there needs to be a serious look at who is on the staff for not only the remainder of the year, but then once the year is over. All right, now that I've gotten that rant off my chest, I wonder if people agree with that or not. I also, like, you get rid of certain coaches right now. They don't even have anybody committed in their rooms. You're not losing anything on the recruiting. You might find
Yeah.
somebody that could actually recruit for them. So